Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Don't know if I've read for you before. I know I've read your dad before. Um, but I just like to let you know I see, hear, feel, sense, know. So I have most of the senses. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. And I try to describe the picture the best I can. They never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or tell. So if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind. You'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will go, oh, I know what he's talking about, and they'll validate it. So this is not an exact science. You got to think outside the box a little bit. We communicate the best way we can. So they tell us what we need to know, not always what we want to know or what we think we should know. So just keep all that in mind. It's their show. I let them run the show within reason. They know what they need to say. But when I started this, I wanted to say, hello, my little chickadee. So I don't know if he had a nickname for you. That I stink at names, and nicknames count too. But did he call you little chickadee or little chick or something maybe sounding like that? That's one of those you might have to stretch a little bit. And I also, you said something about his eyes, and it was like I had a sticker in my eye. This is my left eye, depending on what device I'm on. Sometimes everything looks backwards. Anyway, my left eye, it felt like something was just jabbing me right when I started to push the button to start this video. So and now it's blurry. Now my eye's getting blurry, but that's not really uncommon for me. But anything that happens to me while I'm doing this is for you. It's something from them for you. So we'll see what he says about all that in a second, or if he wants to say it now. He's coming in he's kind of bouncing. Seems like most of them have come in lately like they come in kind of boogieing. It's been quite the common thing lately. Oh, he's like melting to the floor. He goes, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. You are so beautiful, inside and out. And he's just like over the top with this. Like he he says, yes, I can see you. I left those eyes here. I don't have those eyes anymore. Those eyes were broken. These eyes are not. And I promise you 1,000%, he can hear you, he can see you. So talk to him all you want to. He can hear you. And if you talk to him, then just it may not be like just that second, but a lot of times it is. You'll see something that'll happen. You might see his name somewhere, and you'll just see some little thing that'll kind of validate that he heard you. Or you might get chills or goosebumps or something. We'll see what he says. Um, he's walking down a path. He's walking down a path. Wait a minute. He went from a path to something that looks like water. The picture that you sent me. He went. He went from walking down a path, and he went to kind of looks like that picture you sent, where he's by the water. Do it again. I thought he was going to like sit in a lawn chair or something, but he's standing there and he's got his hands up like this, like somebody would do if they were sitting in a recliner or something, but he's standing up, so I'm not sure what that means. Maybe he stood up like that a lot of times. Or maybe you just stood like this the other day. Of course, I will always love you. Love does not die. And I will tell you, love is the purest form of energy that there is, and it does not die. They carry that with them. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. And now he's trying to sing a little song. Some little, he says, nursery rhyme song. Something he would have probably sang to you when you were little, and it is somehow tied into How Do I Love Thee? Let Me Count the Ways. I don't remember a little nursery rhyme song. I don't know if my ALEXA will pick that up. Let me see. Okay, so when I ask ALEXA, because this is the way it usually works, they pick out the song that I'm supposed to, and the song is called How Do I Love Thee? Let Me Count the Ways by Melinda Stanford. Don't know the song, but go see if it's on YouTube, go Google it, whatever. I still feel like that song applies, but I also feel like it's something about a nursery rhyme too. So I'm not sure. We'll just have to leave it at that. Usually my Bob helps with the music. Oh, now he's close. I'm sorry, my head itches like I have head lice when they get real close. So let's see. I could not possibly be any more proud of you. You make mountains out of molehills. They're just mistakes. You need to keep going forward. They're just mistakes. He said, okay. He says there is nothing to forgive. The only thing, say it again. The only thing there is to forgive is for you to forgive yourself for what you're thinking and feeling. I have nothing to forgive you for. You are pure love more than you know. He says you need to go inside and find that pure love for you. He's being very serious. I know you did not mean any harm. You wouldn't hurt a fly. You're not clear enough. He's sitting on the floor on my right. He's got his legs crossed Indian style. He's messing with something just to the left of his knee. But it's real dim. It's not clear enough. You need to bring it clear. Okay, he's picked the little clover flower, the little white flower that has all the little ball, the little white clover. He's looking for a four-leaf clover, but right now he has the little flower, and it's And now it's like he's going to say, how do I love? He's saying, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. And he's plucking the petals. She loves me not. Kind of, but it's the little clover ball. So know when you see clover, especially if you see the little flower, that will be a sign from him. You can see it anywhere, Facebook, TV, walking through Walmart, a picture of it, on a billboard, an ad to kill clover in your yard, doesn't matter what it is. That clover, especially the little ball flower, is going to be a sign from him. And I always ask him to pick out something different. I mean, everybody knows butterflies and cardinals and all that stuff. I want something unique for you. So we try to come up with something. And he's taking this little clover flower and he's pulling it up next to his heart. Did you used to pick little clover flowers for him when you were younger? I asked them not to show things so when you were so little that you can't remember. But he's not showing you at what age you were. He's just showing himself sitting here. But he's holding it up next to his heart, this little clover flower. Now he's showing me when I was little. You know how long ago that was. We used to take those little clover flowers and we would tie them into a bracelet and wear them. He's showing a bracelet of those. He says, I still have it. Whether he physically has it, I don't know, but he says, I still have it. And now he's got it on and he's holding it up next to his heart. So there's something very special about that. Okay, I'm asking him something in just a second. Okay, so, all right. So he's showing you sitting on the side of your bed. I'm assuming it's your bed. And look like I got things flying around up there. And let's see, are you going to show me which side? Okay, first he sat down on the bed on your right side, which looks like it's towards the head of the bed. You're sitting on the left side of the bed. May not make any difference. Sometimes they're exact, sometimes they're not. So you should feel, if you haven't felt it, you will feel it. And when you feel it, it will probably be so slight that you wouldn't have even noticed if you weren't aware of it now. You'll feel him sit down on the bed. You'll just feel that little, it probably, and I always say probably because I never know how well they can do it. It'll probably be very slight, just like somebody's sitting down next to you. And then he gets up, he kneels down in front of you, and he takes both of his hands, not in a creepy way, but like from below your knee down to, how far are you going? Clear down the tops of your feet. He runs his hands. So when you feel that, everybody feels the energy different. So when he runs his hands down the front of your legs and down across the top of your feet, it should feel like warmth or goosebumps or, tingling. It sometimes can even feel like needles sticking you. It just totally depends on how you receive the energy and how strong he can put it out there. But he's doing it very, very nicely, quietly. Quietly is right, but softly. He's doing it very softly. He's trying to make that energy go down the front of your legs so you know that he's there. And that's different. He's also playing with the lamp on the bed, on the nightstand. So if there's a lamp, he could just be signifying that he's playing with light. But if it flickers, if it wiggles, if the lampshade gets crooked, if it, goes off and on, or, by itself, and it could be other lights in your house, he might just be signifying a light. I won't cram it to fit, whatever. He can do whatever he wants. He says, I hear you. And he's literally leaning his ear. He says, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I know you love me. I know you meant well. He says, God is good. He says, you didn't think I would say that, did you? I didn't. Okay, now he's showing himself by the front door, and he's turning the doorknob. So you should probably hear that, or in it. Normally, it doesn't happen. If you sit there and stare at it, it's not going to happen. You probably won't see it, you'll hear it. And sometimes when I'm sitting here in the dining room, I hear the refrigerator door shut, and there's nobody here but me. I don't know who's checking out my fridge. Probably my dad. He did that in everybody's house. So you should hear the little rattle of the doorknob. If that scares you, ask him not to do it again. You could actually find the door open, or it could shut by itself. I'm not sure how far he's going to go with the front door. And it could be the back door. I mean, I know that's kind of stretching it, but anyway, he's showing the front door. Now he's puffing up, and he's going not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. And he's getting kind of, I don't want to say angry, but very protective, extremely protective. And he's puffing up, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. You're not doing that to her. So somebody not being very nice to you. He's wanting to protect you from somebody. He says, you need to listen to me. You don't deserve that. Call on me. Call on me for help. And I will say they cannot override your free will choice. So whatever choices you make, they can't stop you, but they can sure help you if you ask them and allow them to help. Oh, I just got in trouble. I just heard one of my guides go, you've been blocking us out, Rhonda. Uh-oh. They tend to pop through sometimes when they can get to me. Okay, I'll straighten that out. That wasn't your dad, that was something else. Now I hear the music playing, Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine. It's almost like he's standing at your front door like a sentinel, like you're not You're not coming, you got to go through me to get to her. So I don't, somebody maybe he's not being very nice to you, and he's not even showing me if it's male or female who he's talking about, but there's somebody that he's not liking the way they treat you or talk to you or something. He says you deserve better than that. I don't know if we already said that. Hungry Hungry Hippos. That's a game. Recently played Hungry Hungry Hippos, or did you play that with him when you were younger? And once again in my left eye, it felt like a piece of sawdust or something. And it was just there like a couple of blinks, and it didn't even feel like it washed out. I mean, it wasn't that kind of thing, and it's gone. So it's just disappeared. So he's insinuating something about his eyes. Okay, I don't know what he's showing. He's showing me a lion, and he's showing me a young girl riding a lion. I don't know what he's signifying with this. I honestly don't. It almost looks like a picture, or like one of my oracle cards. All right. Say anything. So he just walked up behind me and stood there, and they do this a lot. They want you to know they've got your back. He's got your back. He's right there. He's that close. You should feel a little pressure, just a little pressure, change in the pressure behind you. Maybe warmth, maybe tingling. Depends on how you receive the energy. He's also doing it on the back of my head, all the way down to my behind, because I'm sitting. He's pushing, and he wants me to tell you the story of I was standing at a bar one time, and I felt somebody walk up behind me. You know how you feel somebody when they come into the room, and I turn around, there's nobody there. And I go, okay, that's weird, because I clearly felt that. And that's before I even started doing this. And to my right, this girl walked up, and she ordered 2 Blue Moon beers. And that means that's a big sign for my Bob, who's gone. Blue Moon is a big sign. She ordered 2 Blue Moon beers, so then I went, I know that's him. That's my validation that I felt him walk up. So you're going to feel him. So look, when you feel that, and if you haven't already felt it, you probably have. You feel like you're a little sensitive, and I don't mean sensitive as in like a snowflake. I mean sensitive as in you'll be able to feel him. Look around for a validation, or if you're driving down the road, you might see a vehicle like his drive by, or his name on a billboard. It just could be something on the TV right when you feel that. Something on Facebook. I don't know what it's going to be. And it'll probably be different stuff. It usually is. But you'll get, at least in the beginning, you'll get a little bit of validation. So you know that that is true, that that's who that is. He's showing me licorice. He showed me a red one first, and then he showed me a black one. But the red one is more prominent. And now he's eating the red one and laughing at you. Jelly beans. Yeah. And popcorn. And I never know. He's just throwing this stuff out there, showing me pictures. So, like I told somebody the other day, marshmallows. I don't know. She had marshmallows sitting in front of her when she watched the reading. So I never know. So I did. Oop, do it again. Okay, on your ear. This is my right ear. It may not make any difference which side. It's like his razor stubble, or razor stubble, his beard stubble, whatever you want to call it, is rubbing on my ear. He's like rubbing it like a cat on my ear. So you should feel that too. And I know when, so it should feel scratchy. I know when Bob gets really, really close to my ear, which you haven't done lately, buddy, it'll actually turn bright red and burn like it's going to burn off. So it just depends on how you feel the energy. Could be, but you'll feel that stubble. It probably won't be very, like, really harsh, but anyway. All right. He's laughing. He thinks that's funny. That's not nice. He's he's like coming up going, do it, wait, do it again. Kind of like on each side of your head, and he's gonna go like from behind, and he's gonna go boo, boo, I'm right here, boo. I don't know how you're gonna know this or feel this, or maybe you're gonna hear the boo. But you're gonna feel him. You're gonna feel him. You're gonna know when he's around. I don't think you're gonna have a problem with that. You want to sweat it. All right, one more thing. All right, I will. Okay, so he says quickly, I'm just gonna say I'm with an aunt, I'm with my grandma, and I'm with a younger male. I think younger. I can't really see him. He's skinny. He's skinny. It's a male. He's not bringing himself forward enough for me to tell who he is. And I don't know why. Um, he's just really dim. And that's up to them. But he did want me to pull you a card real quick, so something that he wants you to know. Just these are my surrender cards. Anyway, surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So sometimes they'll ask for me to pull a release card like that, something they want you to let go of. Whoever there's more people with him. It's not just those ones I mentioned. And I don't know why the mail isn't coming through more, but they're playing Monopoly. And there's more. There's more there. A lot. I can kind of see them in color, but they're just not making themselves pronounced enough for me to know who it is. And that's all up to them. Sometimes they just have a whole bunch of silhouettes behind them. They go, well, I've got this many here, but it doesn't matter who they are. Grand, there's the grandma, there's the aunt. One of their names starts with a G, I believe. And the male is still dim. I can't tell. So hopefully, I can't even tell the age because he's not clear enough. I see the number's 28. I don't know if that's his age, or it could be the day of the month he was born. I honestly don't know. And I'm not going to try to make something fit. He said Harold, but not like the name H-A, Harold. He's shown me H-E-R-A-L-D, like Hark the Herald Angels Sing. No clue. Once again, I'm going to tell you how beautiful you are. You need to see that more clear. Now he's hitting his fist on the table. He's saying, call on me, call on me, call on me. I can help you. If you let me. And they can honestly do things, so all of a sudden your phone will ring. After you ask them, you have to ask them. You have free will choice. They cannot override it. You have your right to make the choices you want to. And they just go up there and go, oh crap, why are they doing that? Ask him and then allow him to help. So what was he good at? You would be amazed. All of a sudden, somebody will call out of the blue, or somebody will offer you a new job, or it just works that way. Or somebody will enter your life like, whoa, where'd you come from? Ask them. He says, stay home. Stay out of that shit. Stay home, stay safe. You got a TV. Not worth the danger. Not sure which danger he's talking about, whether he's talking about riots or virus or both. Drama. He's hitting his fist again. He says, I don't like drama. And now he's singing, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Now he's showing, you got big shoes to fill. He's showing a halo over your head. He thinks of you as his little angel. He just blew out some candles on a birthday cake. So somebody just had a birthday, and I can smell the candles. So the smell of those birthday type candles will be another sign from him occasionally. And you can be anywhere and smell that and make sure you validate him, acknowledge him. Anytime you get a sign from him or you feel him or whatever, make sure you validate him and let him know that you know that's him. Tell him you love him and ask him to bring you more if you want more. That is up to you. You can tell him to leave your house. You can welcome him in. It's totally your free will choice. And as he's leaving, he keeps going, I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay. All right, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. See you later. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Have a great day.